The Deck Network. Build a deck. Bam! This is the Deck Network. I'm your host, Mike Danzilio, and we have Mr. Matt.
Co-host with the most, Matt Dalton here. Remember, at the Deck Network, it's all decks all the time.
All right, Matt.
Wow.
This is the beginning of our fourth season or fourth year doing the Deck Network.
Backed by popular demand, the Deck Network. If you're doing anything deck related, you're in the right place. The Deck Network.
That's correct. Now, what we're trying to do this year is to keep things a little more fast-moving. Sometimes Matt and I get talking on things, so we're going to try to keep things very quick-moving in this year. Our first show this year is going to be from a great company. Matt, you want to pull that stuff over here?
Ba-bam!
Duralife Decking.
Where are they out of Maine or something?
They're out of Maine, and they got some great stuff. Let me get to their website here, over here. Duralife Decking, real nice stuff, and let's go right into the video. But before we do that, let's go for one email, and I've been putting these off for a long time. I have more emails than we have shows planned for this season.
Tons of emails coming in.
Mike, I've been watching your YouTube channel on decking. I've built several decks before, but never used composite decking. My wife and I are putting a deck on my house, and we have decided to use Trex Transcend Tropical Colors for seemingly numerous benefits. He is correct. I would like to create a picture frame or border around the deck. Everything I read online says to leave gaps between boarding boards or butt joints. Is this also true with 45-degree angled miter joints, or can those be butted up right tight to each other? What would your recommendation for this be? Thanks, Dave. Dave, thanks for the email. Great questions. All companies are different when it comes to expansion and contraction coefficients.
Nice word.
Trex has a good balance between density and stiffness. My advice would be to put the butt joints tight unless you are installing the decking under 50 degrees. Trex seems to have found a balance between the stiffness of their decking, because what we don't want, and it's an inevitable occurrence, is that with the temperature fluctuations, the boards, because they're so long, they grow, they get longer and shorter with the temperature fluctuations. But the good guys and engineers at Trex, they've came up with a balance so the product has very good stiffness and doesn't expand and contract all that much.
So it's a balancing act, is what you're saying.
Yes, it's always a balancing act. Some products are stiffer, but because of the stiffness, and we know that the expansion and contraction with the temperature fluctuation is a function of its density. So the more dense that a board is, the more it's going to move.
So are certain products better regionally based on the temperature
depends
range?
on the temperature of the region.
That's a whole nother video we can do.
It certainly is. All right, we have our nice little website. Let's get right into the video, and then we'll get back talking about Duralife Decking.
Bam.
Okay, we're with Mike Dakota from Duralife Decking. Now, this decking's been around a while, and we've had some changes, and why don't you tell us all about it, Mike?
Well, Duralife is a unique product in that it's manufactured from a polypropylene and wood fiber composite. So it's different than the polyethylene or the PVC-based products. The advantage to polypropylene composites is that it gives you it's a stronger, stiffer, and harder board. So basically, you can get greater span out of.
And what's your max span at 60 pounds per square foot?
We can go 20 on center at 90 degrees. No one builds a deck that way.
Okay.
So it'll be 16 on center, but we pride ourselves as you won't feel any bounce or anything when you step on this.
What really this may work very well for is if you have a deck that's 16 inches on center and you want to put it on an angle, then that framing will be fine, because of course when you go across the hypotenuse of two legs on a right triangle, you're going to get.
That's right. As you see it here in a 45, you can still go 16 on center because it's polypropylene and hardwood fiber.
Okay.
We're very unique too is in these wood grains that you see in our hardwood system. No repeating pattern, and every deck board is different. So you won't see a repeating pattern on your deck. And another nice thing that we do that other people don't do, or other decking companies don't do, we have another profile called the starter board. And what that is the starter board, as you see it here, has a rounded edge on one side and then a groove on the other. So when you picture frame your deck, you're basically not going to see that groove. You're going to see a nice rounded edge, and then you're going to start the rest of your deck with our hidden fastening system.
This looks pretty nice over here. What color is this?
That's Golden Teak, and that's, as you said, that's our #1 color this year. So Golden Teak, Brazilian Cherry, which is right here to the right, are our 2 top colors. And then
what's that gray over
that's
here?
a Garappa Gray. As we get into the New England area, grays and white rail, as you know, are #1.
Yes.
So we're seeing a transition from just the solid gray to some of the Garappa Gray, which gives you variegation.
Okay, what are these 2 other colors down here?
This is Tropical Walnut, and again another popular color, and that's matched with a burnt walnut railing here. And then on this product here, this is our entry-level decking. All of our deck boards are capped and all carry a 25-year stain and fade warranty. This is our MVP product, which stands for maximum value and performance.
It's scalloped underneath, cuts down on some weight.
We've taken material out. This will still span 16 on center. We have just introduced this one at the show with our same hidden fastening system. So all of our boards in our good, better, best approach carry the 25-year stain and fade warranty. Another unique feature to our boards is when we ship our boards, these boards are manufactured and we apply a protective layer to every board that comes off the line. So what happens when it gets to the lumber yard, if that lumber wrap should blow off, your boards will still stay pristine because of the protective wrap on every board.
Nice.
Our rail system, we have 8 different colors in our rail system. That is a hardwood fiber and PVC coated system. And the unique piece about that is it comes with as a ball connector system, so it's easy to install. Basically it pops on, your horizontal rail becomes your stair rail, simply by changing the angle of the cut and then adding a hinge bracket at the top of your stairs and at the bottom.
All right, Mike, do you also have a fascia board?
We do. We have matching fascia for all of our colors, and we are unique in that we also offer a white fascia board.
Mike, you touched all the bases. Thanks for the tour.
Nice talking to you.
See you again soon.
Matt.
Thank you.
What do you think of the little...
Man, I'm gonna break out the dictionary here. Hypotenuse, Mike. These words, my little brain can't wrap myself around it. Hypotenuse?
Matt.
I gotta go back to school or go to school.
Matt went to school in New York, and I went to school in Boston. I was taught many, many times about the Pythagorean theorem, which states c squared equals a squared plus b squared, and that's on a right triangle. The 2 sides of the right triangle, of course, across those right triangle is the hypotenuse, and the length of that can be found by using c equals the square root of a squared plus b squared.
Look at that.
Everybody knows that.
Come on.
So that's what the answer to that one is. It's a very pretty decking. Let's take a look at some of these products. Oh, yeah. See? Real nice companies all have this nice little kit, and they always send us off some of these, our little Christmas presents, and so we get to look at all the decking. Matt, why don't we lie it flat?
Yeah, get this
And
out.
grab some of these deckings as it comes along here. They have all kinds of colors. They have their golden teak color that we saw in the video. There's a couple of those. Their sage color, mahogany color. Now this one is their coastal gray, very traditional. This one is their series, their MVP series that has the little cutouts under it. Of course, it's done just to keep the cost down on it.
They scallop it out?
Yeah, they scallop it out, and as we heard in the video, they use a polypropylene plastic, so it has better stiffness than some of these other products. So they were able to cut it down more, keep the weight down, thus getting the cost down. Look at that. I think that's pretty good for not an expensive decking, mid-range price decking. Got a nice look to it. What do we got over here? This is the Saratoga brown. Oh, by the way, this one was the Spanish cedar color. The Saratoga brown, a little more traditional look to it.
No, this
The
one's
cottage
non-scalloped.
I think this one they may discontinue it, but it's on here. And of course, once or twice a year, people are always asking us for green decking. So there's a few more here. We got the tropical walnut. It's a variegated color. Got a couple of those. Oh, this one, you might like this one, Matt.
What's that?
Merlot.
Ah.
Merlot.
Do they have a Scotch color? I didn't drink that one all day. This one we saw in the video, I believe,
yes,
right?
the Brazilian cherry.
Sounds like
We love that name.
a little bit more Brazilian
More of
cherry
that, yeah. There's a few of these. Pebble. It's kind of a grayish color. And cedar. I mean, that's a very normal color.
No-brainer.
Grappa gray. It's a dark variegated gray color. Now those are the rails. We'll just keep it at that. But Duralife Decking from Maine, where they have very harsh climates. I mean, we think we have it tough here in New York. We got it easy compared to what they got up in Maine. But product's going to be great for a lot of different varying temperatures. Check it out if that's part of your choices for decks. Enjoy it. All right, Matt. That's it for show number 1 for the season.
We started it off right. If you have any questions on the Duralife products or anything you saw here today, including my badass mustache, which I'm growing for the month of November to raise awareness for prostate cancer, go to wbab.com/Movember to make any donations or comments you want to do there. Mike, I think we hit the ground running with this one, man.
Yep. Thanks for watching the Deck Network. Of course, most of these products can be all bought at the Deck Network store or through the No Maintenance Decks website.
That'll keep Mr. Big happy, getting the plug in there. Mike at the Deck Network, Matt at thedecknetwork.com.
That's it. Have a great day.
See you next time.
Ciao for now.
Nice.